Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, I want to tell you about an awesome new tool called Bartender 4. Now, it's not actually new. It's been around for a long time, but this latest version has been upgraded specially to work with macOS Big Sur. And it is a real game changer if you're like me and you have lots of productivity apps and Mac hacks that you like to run to help your system run better or to help you run better. And this really takes part in cleaning up that menu bar so you can run all the utilities you need to and keep a nice clean look in the process. Let's dive in and I'll show you exactly how it works. So immediately you notice that up in my top bar right there, there is a lack of menu bar items. You see I've got these menu bar items right here, and I've got specific ones here, and I'll show you how I got those specific ones there. But then over here I have nothing. Now, of course, being someone who is into Mac productivity and website design, I run all kind of tools on my Mac at any given time. And what's cool is I don't have to expose them all at once, but I can get to them when I need them. So if I just hover over my menu bar up here, you see now I am invited into the world of my menu bar icons, and I have a ton of them. Lots of things going on at one time. I've got multiple backup systems going. I've got a system that helps me keep the Mac clean and running properly and free of malware and other things going. I've got project management apps going. I've got calendars, video playback, a VPN running. So you see, I've got all these different utilities here, but I don't necessarily want to see this big thing of utilities across the top of the screen every time I go into the computer. And what I use in my setup is a laptop connected to a screen with my iPad over here for a second monitor using Apple's Sidecar. And so with that system, whenever I switch down to just my laptop screen, that compresses even more, and so I have even less room across the top, and it just doesn't look that great, and it's not very functional anyway. And so that is where Bartender 4 comes into play. As soon as I hover off of my menu bar here, immediately you see that the menu bar icons go away, and I'm left only with these ones that I specified that I wanted to be here, and even in the order that they are there. So let's take a look at the app as it's running, and we'll go from there. So this little dot right here is what I have set up to be the trigger, okay? So that is my little bartender icon, and if I right-click on that, I get a preferences menu, I get a search menu, of course I can send feedback or I can quit. Now, the search is pretty cool because I can actually click on this, and it's kind of like a spotlight search. I can go right here, and I can search for the particular menu bar item that I have running. I can just search right there and open it up directly from there if I want to. Or I could right-click again and come here to Preferences, and now I see all the options that I have. Now, I'm not going to give you a detailed walkthrough of every single option here that's on this page, for example. These are basic things like launch at login or activation of the menu bar. Needless to say, you actually have a lot of options when it comes to hiding the menu bar and displaying the menu bar whenever you hover over or when you click. These are all configurable options, right down to the menu bar icon right here. See, if I wanted to, I could actually change this dot, and I could make it the bartender, right? Or I could come right here, and I could make it to the waistcoat. Okay, so I have all these different options, or a box. But I like the dot. It's just really simple, really clean, and it makes for a nice break between my other menu bar icons and the ones over here that I have running. Now, in my menu bar layout right here, this is a really, really great screen. This screen is where you can choose what items you would like to be shown versus what items you would like to be hidden, okay? So in this one right here, these are going to be the menu items that are shown at any given time. And you can place these things, as you notice here, you can place them before or after the bartender icon, okay? And what I like to do is make a separation. I don't know. I've always been this way up until this latest release of iOS, where Apple kind of made you gave you the ability to have a little bit more configuration options. I was the guy who always kept the home screen how it was stock from Apple. I was just that way. And so I'm not doing exactly that here, but what I am doing here is keeping only the utilities that I use most and that are actual Apple utilities to the right side of the bartender icon, and then non-Apple utilities and a few Apple utilities, but mostly non-Apple utilities to the left side of it. It's just a cleaner look, I think, and it's something that I really prefer. So right here I have my timing app. This is how I track time throughout the day, my productive time that I spend on my Mac and the different kinds of work that I do. And then my other items are over here. Specifically, I chose items that I would want to get to often, like audio, so that I can constantly get to my AirPods versus my Mac speaker, and my video display right here, so that I could activate my sidecar on my iPad really easily. Now, a lot of these things also come in the control center now, but we're not going to go through that in this video here. But just know that that's how I have mine set up, and so maybe you might choose to do something similar. Right here in hidden menu bar icons, so these items here are the ones that are going to be hidden until I hover, until I do my action up here, be it a hover or a click, whatever that is. Okay, and so these are hidden, but they're going to display when I do that. Now, these here are always hidden. I have some that I never have to see, nor do I want to see in the menu bar, and so those are always hidden, so I don't have to worry about those popping up at any time, mostly for different reasons, like, maybe they're just annoying, or there's a bug. For example, this one right here, this FortiGate client right here, it's a VPN one, and it's got some sort of bug right now where it puts like 2 spaces to the left side of whatever's in the menu bar, so there's this random huge gap in my menu bar that I hate. So I want that hidden. There's really no reason to see it anyway. And so there you go. Now, these items right here are items that have shown up in the palette, but that they haven't been organized yet by me. I have not said whether I wanted them to be shown or to be hidden yet, and so you don't have to do anything with those if you don't want to, or you can drag them into where they should go based on how you want them. Now, the show for updates setting is actually pretty cool. So I have mine configured to show the battery icon only when the charge is less than 20%, okay? So that is when it's going to show the battery icon. Other than that, it's not going to show up. Okay, time machine. When time machine is backing up, I could turn that on, but I don't have that on. One I do have on is this. I have ExpressVPN turned on. So when I turn the ExpressVPN on for 15 seconds, it's going to show up over here. Even though it's not hidden. And the same is true for when it turns off. So anytime there's a change in my VPN connection, it's actually going to leave that up there for 15 seconds, which is really, really cool. Now, you can go right here, of course, and you can create other ones. You can create these based on, just all the different ones that you have, and you set up the actions, or the triggers, as they call them, for whichever one that you have. So anytime there's an update made to that particular menu bar item, you can choose to show that menu bar item indefinitely or for a particular period of time. Hotkeys. So here you can actually go and set up hotkeys for each of these individual things. For me, I love hotkeys, but I've chosen actually not to set any up for this, just because I have so many that I have to remember for other things, and I'm sort of running out of great options for places to put more hotkeys, and I don't really see these as being necessary, not when I can accomplish most of what I need to by hovering. And since oftentimes I'm going to need to take action anyway, that'll come in the form of a click, it's just as well that I come up here and do a click instead of actually triggering it with a hotkey. It's just kind of redundant. It doesn't make any sense for me, but maybe it'll make sense for you. I don't know. And then last but not least, we have the advanced tab. There are a couple little settings on here that you can look into at your own time and see if they are something that would be applicable to your situation. It may or may not be, but hopefully you find that useful. So that is Bartender 4 on macOS Big Sur. Now, something I didn't mention, it's kind of nice that they give you, of course, the nice night mode versus the just regular light mode on, dark mode versus regular. It's really, really nice that they have that. That's a nice little touch, nice little design and UX touch. That's really, really nice of them to include that. And all in all, this is a really, really great app. Now, you can just go to their website and buy the app. I think it's like $15 or something along those lines. But I'm actually going to encourage you to do something a little different. I am a huge fan of a company called SetApp. That's SETAPP. SetApp. And what they offer is absolutely incredible. They offer a subscription to a bunch of different Mac applications. They're Mac only. Well, they are Mac, and they've started adding some iOS apps as well, which you can get as part of their program. But it's one low monthly subscription that gets you access to all of these different apps that you need to accomplish different things. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you what, Bartender, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are hundreds, I believe, on there, and I use over a dozen of them probably on a daily basis. I do not see myself ever not paying for SetApp. Now, it's $10 a month, I believe, is all they charge, and it's an unreal value for all of the premium Mac apps that you get access to. The experience is great. The actual apps themselves are well designed. They're well maintained. They just work, and they're super, super awesome. They will have my business forever and ever and ever as long as I am using a Mac, which will also probably be forever and ever and ever. So I highly encourage you to check them out. Setapp.com. Go check it out. You can get a free 7-day trial right now if you go to setapp.com. Thank you again for watching this video. If you're interested in receiving more tutorials and reviews like this one, I would highly encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Give us a like down on the like button below so we can get more people to see this content and appreciate this content for the help that we're giving them. All right, you guys take care. We'll see you in the next one.